Hi, I'm Dr. Joe Abraham, and I'm presenting in several videos the topic of insurance appraisal process. I will explain what it is, why people do it, why people don't do it, and how to do it, and what are the pros and cons if you do it. To begin with, I will present myself. I was in the academia and in the consulting business for many years. And my topics were how to do better, how to be more efficient, how to make from a lemon lemonade. And it includes people to do better things for themselves, for their families, for their relationship, and companies to do better for their strategies, for their profits, for their organization as an entity in the wide society, and so on. I learned to measure the success or the failure and to analyze the components of both success and failures, and to learn how to do less failures and more successes. Today, I'm going to go on to the current things that I do. After the academic career and the consulting, I came to this country and purchased several ugly houses. And knowing nothing, I started to learn. Like you, I watched videos, I watched TV programs, and I found a friend that decided to move from friendship also to be my mentor and help me to learn how to rehab houses. Later on, I decided to have a rental company, and I learned also how to maintain houses. It's not the same. Once you build, you build. You can dump it to other person or you can retain it. But once you retain it, it's like people. They get older, they get defected, they get injured, and so on. Along my time as a property owner, I became to know what is an insurance adjuster, what is a public adjuster, and what is an independent adjuster. And I became public adjuster and independent adjuster. Along my many houses that I adjusted, I met people. Few of them were very fortunate to have good insurance experiences. They paid the premium, they got paid back whatever they were expected or whatever was needed to repair, and they were very appreciative. But I found many people that were very disappointed, and they complained that after so many years of paying premiums, the insurance company gave them way less than they deserve. I also heard about insurance companies that went into long years of battle and fighting and disputing within the court system, and it cost them a lot of money to move on from claims that to begin with were unreasonable. So today I'm going to start explaining the process of insurance appraisal. And both sides can invoke, can decide to use it once this process, the appraisal process, is included in the policy. So if the policy allows it, then I will explain when it makes sense to use it and when it doesn't make sense to use it. In order to start, I will bring a case study that I just got in my news feed, and I just saw it one night when I woke up, and until I got back to sleep, I started to read. So this case was about, excuse me, some family in California, in Los Angeles, and they had some kind of a leak, and the leak was so-called covered. It means that when the insurance appraiser came to check the damage, he told them, yes, this damage is covered by your policy. And the dispute began about the money. How much money is sufficient to bring this family or the property of this family back to the minute that it was not insured, 1 minute before that. So their contractor, actually the people that to begin with, way back, they built the place, they came and they submit an estimate. And to make it easy for us to remember numbers, I would say about $500,000, about. And the insurance adjuster submitted an estimate, or actually submitted an offer, a settlement offer for, let me ask you, what do you think? $500,000, $400,000, $600,000, $300,000, $650,000, $200,000? Give yourself a number. The first settlement offer was $36,000. So you don't need to be a mathematician, you don't need to remember if you learn statistics or not, but you understand, you have some kind of feeling that 500,000 and 36,536 do not go together. It's far, far away. Now, let's do numbers. 500, what is the 10% of 500? Isn't that 50,000? So if somebody gives you 30, and the 10% is 50, so it's about 6%, 5-6%. Would you be so-called, okay, let's do it, give me whatever you want, I want to move on? Most people would say, no way. These people who were somewhere in Los Angeles also say, no way. And then they demanded, and they got another adjuster from the insurance company. So far I mentioned the term insurance company adjuster. So it means an employee of the insurance company. The second one, a little bit with more experience or more authority, examined the damage and offered the best and the last settlement. What was the number? 56,000. Remember, the damage that their contractor assessed was 500. So now the insurance company were ready to move from 36 to 56. It means about 11%, something like that, 10, 11%, from the 500 which was asked or was assessed by the people or by their representative. The insurance company refused to offer more, and since there was not only a money issue, there were other issues. The other issues was the time that it took the insurance company to deal with this family and to deal with this damage. It was more and more and delay. And also, once there were agreements about small parts that were undisputed, let's say the contractor says, for this and this window, I think that $1,000 is a fair price in order to repaint it or rehab it or replace it or whatever. And the insurance adjuster also say, yeah, $1,000, I think that is it. So those undisputed items had to be paid quickly. And the so-called, it's not a law, but it's the binding offer that made the payment a necessary reaction after so many days, according to the regulation which was part of the ordinance of the state insurance department. So the insurance company did not obey that, did not pay within 15 days or 30 days about the undisputed items. So this also was in the claim. And in addition, there was a chunk of money that was questionable to begin with, since their bathroom and their kitchen were out of order for, it was sure for many days to come, they could not use their house. And since they were old, they cannot use the upper level other bathroom. So they had to move to a hotel. So there was another topic, nothing to do with the main damage, that was disputed. Is this event of damage trigger another part of the policy that allows the insured to be compensated for the hotel or any other temporary solution. So the insurance company say, no, you can do this and this way and get yourself a bathroom and get yourself a corner that you can do, like in a small caravan or something like that. You can do enough kitchen type of things. Yes, it would not be the 400 square feet of your fantastic kitchen, but it would be 50 square feet. But it's enough to cook for 2 people. So they hired a lawyer, and the lawyer submit the lawsuit in a federal court. Federal because whatever goes to banking and insurance could be solved also in the federal level. So far is the case study. And if I slice it to chunk or to different parts of the lawsuit, I came to the observation that I don't understand the lawyer. I'm not a legal talent. But if I would be involved, I would ask myself or suggest to ask a lawyer, why don't you separate the stuff and go quickly and cheaply to the appraisal process and solve the issue between $56,000 as the insurance company offer and $500,000, which is their demand. Solve that. Don't go to the court with that. The court is a long-term solution. We know that the court is not going to solve it within 1 or 2 weeks or 1 or 2 months or 3 or 4 weeks or 3 or 4 months. We know that. Also, it's very costly. Not only the court fee, but a lawyer fee to present the case. If you can have it settled with other arena, that the ticket to the arena is way less than the ticket of running a federal lawsuit, why don't you do that? And the other type, the other component, ingredients of the complaint, they call it in the legal term bad faith. It means that they did not act as they should act, and they did not only did not act like they should, they act in an intent to cause the family suffer secondary expenses, agony, and trouble, and it's a bad faith. The whole situation, which is not running according to the protocol, it's a bad faith. This is a good item to handle the resolution in the court. So it brings me now to the point of what is an appraisal and what could be handled in an appraisal and what could not. In the end, the answer is simple. If it's only about money, about a covered loss, and if it is just the difference between what the insured thinks and expects that it's fair and enough and sufficient, and what the insurance company is willing to pay, if this is the only topic that both sides do not agree, then the appraisal process is an option. In the next video, I will explain who may benefit from the appraisal process. And don't think that this is only one side. I'm telling you that both sides can be benefited, even if one side will get less than he wants and the other side will pay more than he wants to pay. So far, it was the first video about insurance appraisal process. And if you want to know more before the next week, so here it is, what to do. If you are an insured or if you are a representative of an insurance company, go to my website And if you read things that trigger your curiosity and you want to ask me more, either email me or find in the website my phone. I'm Dr. Joe. Have a good day. Do good. Do better. Do best. And have a happy life. All the best.